Hello, my friends, and welcome to the basement sublet of horror. I am your host, Gunther Deadman, returning to you with a different film this week. It is a horrible film. Horrible. Anyway, it's Leslie Nielsen in Project Kill, a film that was made before he became the famous comedian actor that he is today. Anyway, when he was a serious actor, he still was funny, but this is the proof. Project Kill, 1971, directed by William Gerder, or something like that. Anyway, let's go off to tonight's film, Project Kill.
What you've just seen is a reenactment of a successful interdiction operation that took place 6 years ago. Interdiction and protective reaction. Those will be your areas of duty. This unit, which you're all so hot to become members of, came about because of the events that occurred in the early 60s. It is the only effective means of combating political assassination by the interception and the destruction of the assassin himself. You men have been carefully selected for this program because of a high-level performance in the battlefield and your high-level performance in physical endurance. But as your training progresses, you will gradually reach a point of acceptance where you will begin to surpass everything that you have ever done before.
Name a weapon, they use it. Name a crime, they commit it.
You will reach goals that you never dreamed possible.
A world where men and women live like animals.
And to accomplish this, you will be given vitamins to increase your stamina, chemical injections to expand your mental capabilities, injections to assist you in both physical and mental control.
This has been called the atomic age, the space age, even the age of Aquarius. But it's also the drug age.
You will be programmed to respond instantaneously to any given stimulus. You will become a reflex, but highly directed unit of force. You will be taught how to use everyday objects as weapons. Everything.
What would you do if you were surrounded by, say, 6 or 8 guys, and they said, give us your money, or else?
Well, I'd give my money. If that's not enough, I'll write him a check.
Control. Control will be emphasized throughout your training. Control. Control is the key. When you're finished here, you will be assigned to safeguard specific individuals and institutions. And because of your training here, you will be set apart from other security agencies and military establishments. In other words, you will operate independently. I am your commanding officer. You will refer to me only as Sim Trevor. Your second in command. You will address him only as Mr. Lassiter.
Stand! What's your project? Kill! Again! Kill! Again! Kill! Again! Kill! Again! Kill! What's your priority? Priority one!
Dossiers on the new men.
Just leave them on the desk.
One of them had a couple of tours in Nam. Looks like a top prospect for a VIP bodyguard. Say, reaction to the film was excellent, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wonder what the new men would feel if they saw what the star of that film looks like today.
In my lonely world, there's no place.
John, the original concept of the project is always...
I've had the project for 6 years, Frank. I've had enough.
Okay. Now you're the head of it. Doesn't that mean something?
The program has changed, can't you see that? The project is different. It's more drugs now, more mind control.
Well, it's necessary
The
for
whole thing is
performance.
wrong, Frank.
Have you had your injections today, John?
No, I had no injections today.
What you're thinking's dangerous.
What are you talking about? The drugs or the project?
Both. Withdrawal has got to be gradual. You need to be deprogrammed. If you're not deprogrammed, you'll be a menace to society, to yourself, and you know that.
Deprogramming takes months.
Nobody gets out of here. Not you. Especially not you.
I've been training robots here for 6 years. For defensive purposes, that's what I've been told, that's what I tell them. We're being trained as hitmen. We can be used as political, corporate, and commercial weapons. And you know damn well that's exactly what's happening.
So what the hell are you going to do about it?
What can I do? I know what I can do. I can hold a press conference, blow the whistle in this Pandora's box, and put the whole damn thing down the toilet where it belongs.
You can't do that, and you won't do that.
Frank, I'm going out.
Now, wait a minute, gorgeous. I got a bigger kiss off.
Get me a medical survey team over here. As soon as possible, yeah.
I'm sorry, Frank.
Mr. Trevor, please step out of the car.
Something wrong?
I have to see your identification.
Oh, sorry.
Tell us.
should never go into action without a recon of the area, friend.
Our old friend Hook ambushed me.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh, I'm glad I'm here. What a sight to gaze upon and put your praise upon. I'm glad I'm here. My. Poo-poo-ba-doo. Look who's here. Looking cute and clever. Well, I swear I never would. Look who's here. My.
What a beautiful smile. What a classical pose.
What a wonderful style.
With a wonderful these.
And a wonderful those.
I'm glad I'm here. What an inspiration for a big ovation. It's the time to cheer. Glad I'm here. Oh,
You, Betty.
You son of a bitch. One of these years, when you manage to drag your ass to Manila without any advanced planning, I'm gonna put another hole in it for you, whether I know who you are or not.
I had to see an old friend, Carl. You all right, Hook?
Never mind about that, you two. Let's have a drink. Hook, break open the good booze, will you? As for you, you S.O.B., you got about 2 minutes before the bourbon hits the glass. And I want a complete rundown of your activities for the last 4 years. Now let's make it.
Mix in a couple of dreamers, there you are. Lovers hail, the moonlight cocktail. Now add a couple of flowers, a drop of dew.
Stir for a couple of hours till dreams come true.
And as to the number of kisses, it's up to you. Moonlight cocktail.
Maybe I've done that.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Things can't be the way they were, Carl.
Just remember, John, you can't forget the past.
I know that. That's the trouble. Then I gotta keep moving.
Come on, Hook. Hit him again. He's falling behind.
You'll discover tricks like these are sure to make your moonlight cocktail please.
All right, a toast.
It's all part of the job. You might say it's expected.
Here's to fools.
I was headed back to the office in my car, and on a side road was approaching a railroad crossing. I remember seeing no train. I heard no whistle. The drug I had taken appeared to have dulled my senses. Gave me a kind of tunnel vision.
When drugs and alcohol collide in the system, physicians call this the synergistic or potentiating effect. 1 + 1 can add up to 4 or more.
I need a boat, Carl.
Give me a couple of days, then call that number. His name's Catullus.
When's the last time you saw me?
Maryland in 1907.
What'd I look like?
Like hell?
What do you do when you see me again?
Lay you on your butt for the 20 bucks you still owe me?
If anybody comes by, I wasn't here.
Friends?
Who's got friends, Carl?
Hey! another head. I must find a head. Ah, the perfect head.
Smoker. There's your man.
Mr. Lassiter, I'm Lynn Walker. I'm the U.S. Consul Liaison Officer. Is there any cover story for the press on this situation?
No, there's not going to be.
Well, we'll have to tell them something.
Well, that's fine. You let me do the telling. You see, Mr. Trevor's a very dangerous man. I think it's best we keep it from the local press.
Well, I have my job to do too, Mr. Lassiter, and I intend to do it.
Mr. Lassiter? I'm Inspector Cruz. Yours, please?
We suggest you begin by screening the American community discreetly, of course.
You've spent some time in Hong Kong. You must know there are others interested in Mr. Trevor's whereabouts.
Inspector, I have no other information I can give you.
I see.
No other information on Trevor. Oh, someone is covering something up. As a matter of fact, I think it's Leslie Nielsen trying to cover up this film was even made. Let's go to a break.
And now, back to the basement sublet of horror.
So, tonight, that was our lesson in parallel parking in a parking garage. First, roll into the garage, then run over a few people, and then just hit the brakes. Who cares? I mean, it was just an accident, right? Right, Gary Lockwood? Just an accident.
The big one is Lassiter.
Why so quiet? I thought you were an accomplished conversationalist.
They told me about the man you killed in the garage.
It was an accident, Miss Walker, just an accident.
That accident was on foreign soil. It may not concern you, but I'm the one that has to make the explanations.
Well, you're the picture of efficiency. It shouldn't be too difficult for you.
The man you're after is a man like you, isn't he?
He's not like me. He's a lot better at his job than I am. See anyone you know?
No.
Mr. Lassiter?
Well, Mr. Lassiter, it has been a long time. How have you been?
Do I know you?
In no way. You and your friend tried to wreck our car in the garage this morning.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me a minute, boys. Miss Walker, go look at the fish. The pretty fish. Anyway, Pancho, you said something about the garage?
I just want you to know that we don't hold any grudge.
Idea.
Good job. See you, boys. Here, wait a minute. Don't rush, Bsoh. You and your, lady friend, have a drink with us. Okay, papare. Saka na lang natin sila yariin, mamaya.
Okay.
Okay.
Self-defense instruction can be useful, but experts try to avoid danger.
Careful, Mr. Lassiter. Don't have any more accidents.
Another pretty fish.
Come with me.
Save me, oh, please save me. Oh,
Priority one. Priority one. Kill.
Are you all right?
What?
Are you all right? I saw you from over there.
No, I'm fine. I'm just fine, thank you. Just a minute. What's your name? Where do you come from?
My name's Bsoh. From the lodge.
Bsoh. Stay with me.
All right. Walk with me?
Open up the door, Mr. Wagner. We know you're in there. You have nothing to be afraid of, Mr. Wagner. Open up the door.
I want you to tell me where your friend Trevor is.
Go to hell.
Mr. Wagner, I do not want you to endure more pain. Trevor has something I am interested in, and for which I have a custom. Foolish, Mr. Wagner. Foolish and stupid.
criminal may not look like a criminal.
Is something wrong?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you. No, there's nothing wrong. Just trying to contact an old friend, but it's okay.
Don't you sleep?
Old habits, hard to break.
You've seen much trouble, haven't you, Mr. Ryder?
A little.
You have no monopoly on that.
On what?
Trouble.
I know that, too, but I'm a little concerned about my own, though.
Yes, because you know them best.
I'm feeling like a kid, weak inside. And if I cashed out tomorrow, not a single person would ever know I existed. Really, I'd just be another dead soldier. I think that what I want is someone who really cares that I've been alive. You know, someone I can trust. Someone who would trust me. A woman. Who the hell knows what they want, or who the hell knows anything?
I will dream with you. And if you also want, I will love you.
May I see your ID, please?
Mr. Lassiter. Strange meeting you here. Coincidence, no doubt.
What happened?
A battle, obviously.
Miss Walker, if this is a bit much for your stomach, you can wait in the car. Where is he?
Outside.
Oh, my
What are you going to do about this?
About Alok and his associates from Hong Kong? At the moment, nothing.
How do you find out about Wagner?
How did you find out about Wagner?
That was Trevor. Hurry, let's go.
The mechanical operation of a car, that is, handling the controls, is not difficult. Flat plain, no roads, no other cars, you could drive with your eyes shut. Introduce a highway, you've not only got to stay on it, but stay on your own side.
We just got some information on your friend.
What?
One moment.
Mr. Cruz?
Go ahead.
We have just confirmed the report that Mr. Trevor was seen this morning, accompanied by a Chinese woman, along the vicinity of Taal Lake Lodge. There is also a report from the highway patrol that this same vehicle was involved in a high-speed racing along the Lake Highway.
Where is he?
There is no further report, sir, except that the vehicle was not apprehended and has not been sighted since.
Well, how far is this lake tall?
Just a short trip by rail.
Why don't we get up there, like, right away?
Everything has been arranged for, Mr. Lassiter. You have 45 minutes, sir.
Give me a few minutes. I'll throw a few things in my bag, and I'll be right down.
You got 45 minutes.
I'd like to remind you, gentlemen, we have no way of finding out how many, if any, of the Hong Kong faction are still in the Dahal vicinity. So this trip is primarily one of investigation. Sergeant, please see to our seats.
Yes, sir.
Lester, you ready?
I'm not really, Cruz. I can't get used to the heat out here.
Something you'll have to bear. Let's go.
So tonight, Project Kill is teaching us many things about how to deal with problems in life, like a hand grenade in a crowded train car. Throw it in the bathroom, flush the toilet, and then throw a suitcase over the door. Pfft, no problem. Let's take a break.
And now, back to the basement sublet of horror.
And now a lecture from famous scientist Bernard Gatzman on the many uses of alcohol. Sounds interesting. Let's go.
People tested in our psychological laboratory have shown that under alcohol, reactions are slowed, decisions delayed, and often wrong.
You are going to tell us everything about this. Do you hear me? Everything. Do you understand?
No, I...
You have a friend named Wagner?
Yes?
So do I.
What can I do for you?
I have a business proposition for you.
You might come in and talk about it.
Yes, that's exactly what I had in mind.
They work for L.A. Lee, an international dealer from Hong Kong.
Who's this?
My secretary. They killed the poor man. He couldn't tell them what he didn't know.
And you?
They mentioned Wagner. And the man named Trevor. You?
What about Wagner?
He's dead.
What?
He's dead.
moonlight, cocktails are the thing.
I need a boat.
I know.
Tonight.
Out of the question. Impossible. It would take at least a week.
I'll give you $50,000. 2 days.
75,000, 3 days. Best I can do.
All right. It's a deal. There's 50. And I'll call you tomorrow.
Well, Miss Walker, if you don't stop following him, I'll call the police.
I'm working with the police.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. Miss Walker, for someone who's done so much for the country, you deserve a little enjoyment.
Well, there is one little bit of enjoyment I will allow myself.
Okay.
Before I left for the train today, I received a message from my director asking me to call off this thing. You arranged that, didn't you?
No, I didn't. But it's cool. Because you don't belong here, and I don't want you here.
Oh, man's work, is that it?
Golly, you guessed it.
Oh, it was all right a few seconds ago when you wanted a few creature comforts.
You guessed it again.
You are a son of a bitch.
The occasional drink before dinner by adults does not necessarily lead to an emotional dependency in the stable, mature personality.
Sure, go ahead.
Great olive, yeah.
You like that, I'm glad.
Without them, my responses have become dangerous. I thought I could handle them. Yeah, but I need the damn stuff. Been programmed to need it.
Some adults are not mature or strong enough to stand the pressures of their daily lives. These adults can become just as emotionally dependent as on alcohol, whichever is more socially acceptable and easier to get.
Pills. That's something different. That's never happened before. Interesting. So,
pull out.
That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard of.
If you are lucky enough not to be on a bad trip and discover a frightening thing about yourself at that time.
Remember what I said. Tell him no more, no less. But get him here.
Yes? Yes, it is. I have it all arranged this afternoon. At the old wharf near the dry dock, and bring the rest of the money. Very well. I'll be waiting for you.
Excellent. Excellent. Very well done.
Now may I have it?
Have no fear. I leave you in very experienced hands. It will be a beautiful thing. He is an artiste.
Kitolis, who lives here, specializes in procurements of all kinds. Either he or Trevor left 2 bodies here yesterday, and... William!
Inspector, I didn't throw one killing punch.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't, because he knows a lot. We'll make him talk. He'll talk. I promise you can finish him off. He doesn't.
The thing is, again, is that the more you train, the more proficient you are to be able to handle certain situations on the street. But that does not mean that every situation you're going to be able to handle yourself, but you have a better chance at it. Every lesson you take gives you a better chance of handling a situation on the street, and believe me, it's a necessity nowadays.
Frank! I know what you're going to do. You're going to try to take him along, aren't you?
The only thing I can do.
But what if he doesn't listen to you? What if he resists?
You stay here in the car. Now, it's going to be all right. But don't you move until I get back there.
Mr. Ryder? Will you kiss me?
Mr. Trevor, we are about to meet at last. There is no need to hide from me. You are completely surrounded, cut off.
Who are you?
That doesn't matter, does it? You have something I want, and I have something you want.
Denied the one thing which would make their life bearable. Their overheated passions burst forth in a wild rampage of vengeance and destruction.
All right. What do you want?
Come out without your weapon, and I'll come out without mine. We can settle this with no further trouble. Come, Mr. Trevor. Here is Mr. Lassiter's attaches. Relief for you.
Frank Lassiter is here?
Come closer. I do not want to shout.
This is what you get.
Will Trevor actually surrender to Frank Lassiter? Will he give in? I doubt it. Let's take a break.
We return now to the basement sublet of horror.
And now some real kung fu action with Trevor's hillbilly monkey style. Let's go to the movie.
You've been following me for some time now, haven't you?
Do not use the word following. Investigate is a better word. It started from Mr. Wagner, and, I want to get on that wharf before everything out there is wasted.
All right, for the first 5 minutes, keep your fire above their heads. Bsoh, you tell the chopper, stop that boat at the end of the wharf. Okay, Lassiter, it's your show.
It's a good idea to check it out and make sure.
A gun is dangerous, often for the man who carries one.
Even though I've just done it.
Right. Please, I did not do anything. I left the bag there. I left the bag there. Mr. Trevor, please, please. Keep waiting for Mr. Lassiter. Please. Pity on me. Pity on me, Mr. Trevor. Mr. Trevor, please. Please, Mr. Trevor.
And this is for an old friend. And this is for the sailor.
John, you got to come back with me.
I'm not going back, Frank.
I'll have to take you.
I'm going around you. If you think you can take me, go ahead and try. Otherwise, step aside. What's wrong, Frank?
Come back, John.
What's the matter? You need some help?
Mr. Ryder?
In my lonely world.
Are you all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Now they're gonna come after you. Now they're gonna come after you.
Well, now, you've heard from both sides of the question. But what you do with your life is up to you. For you to grow up and to prepare for being an adult that can handle problems and make something meaningful out of life. Or you have the choice to have the courage to see and deal with the world for what it really is. Far, far from perfect, but for you and for me, the only one there is.
And so another dreadful film, this time Project Kill, ends. Whew. Anyway, we'll be back next week with another terrible film for you. And until then, good night, my friend.